Hey guys, we are back talking some Halloween and more in particularly the future. There's been a little bit going around at the minute, just kind of rumors and speculation that the next chapter in the Halloween franchise could be close to having a kind of more narrow direction. Since I think before Halloween Ends was even released, Malek Akkad was kind of taking different pictures, of course, as he would. You know, we were pretty aware that Blumhouse wouldn't really be involved in the next step or like kind of predicting that anyway. But little bits recently have heavily involved Danielle Harris. One thing I'm sure you already know if you do follow like the social medias of previous Halloween stars is that Danielle Harris is somebody that repetitively comes up as somebody that really wants to be involved in this franchise, and you can tell she really wants to reprise her role as Jamie Lloyd. You know, little things like she's mentioned on her podcast that she's had conversation with Malek Akkad already, which, you know, isn't very surprising. I'm sure she spoke to a few different people involved in that tight-knit decision making, trying to pitch her idea. While I feel like this idea of bringing Jamie Lloyd back, especially, or Danielle Harris, isn't necessarily risky in terms of you could kill the franchise. I think obviously it very much depends on where we're picking up from, whether that's Halloween 4, 5. You know, I've kind of heard two things. I'm not somebody that gets a lot of information obviously behind the scenes, but I have heard that for whatever reason it is, it's not public knowledge to my knowledge, but there are reasons that Danielle Harris will never pick up that role as, you know, especially Jamie Lloyd again, which I find very interesting, and I do wonder whether that would ever, you know, come to light for, you know, depending on who you are watching this, but somebody that has, you know, no contacts of the franchise, you know, a big fan of it, but just to kind of get that information. But going off that pitch and the idea that Malek Akkad is interested in something to do with Jamie Lloyd or Danielle Harris, if we are continuing from Halloween 5 or possibly Halloween 4, like obviously it depends whether we're missing 5 completely or we're going to include that one. A thing that is for certain is that we're going to be getting a much older Jamie Lloyd, somebody that's grown, changed as a person. The character of Jamie Lloyd was kind of left in a position of like, she's very crazy, there's potential evil inside her. So it could be a situation where Michael kind of comes back into the picture and is killing, but people may be thinking that it's actually Jamie doing the killing. You know, there's definitely some storyline in that, depending on how strong or weak it is. Obviously depends on different developments in that, where we get a script, see how good that is. But if that was an idea that was kind of up there with maybe being made and an idea for them to go in, then fair enough. Obviously from the rumors that like things are being narrowed down, I'm very surprised it's being done this early. I've also heard things like I've made videos before, but on a possible TV show. I think that's the direction that we're definitely going to see at some point, whether, you know, you like it or hate it. But let me know what you think to this Danielle Harris information. Obviously she is so keen on reprising this role that she brings it up a lot, that, you know, she's wanting to pitch ideas. She's very vocal on social media about it when she wants to be. So, you know, could be one of those spikes. But do you think there is any future for Jamie Lloyd in this franchise or Danielle Harris? And what direction does that go in? Let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.